Hello, this is Tom Cloud with this week's bi-weekly precious metals market update. There are two prevailing questions that I keep getting repeated, but let me deal with the first one about zero coupon bonds. Had a client call in the last few days and then got an email from another client with the downturn of the stock market and the interest rates going down by the Fed. Zero coupon bonds have gotten to a point where if you're holding them in your portfolio, you probably need to sell them. Because, let me give you an example. I had three personally in my own portfolio that with the price now, one of them matures in 2020, one in 2021, and one in 2022. But I've only got about 4% that I can make by holding them because the price has gone up where I get 97%, 96% of the bond price is going to mature in that period. So if I hold it, I'm going to make about 4% over 3 years. If I hold another one, I'm going to make about 2% over 2 years because the prices come up now where they'll pay more for it. So you need to get out of zero coupon bonds, and certainly metals we'll talk about in a second. But for sure, if you're holding any zero coupons, you need to look at maturity date, what you're going to sell it for today, what the face value is, and take that percentage and divide it by how long you've got till it matures. If you're only going to make 1 to 2% a year, or 2 or 3% total, there's no reason to hold it. It's a bad investment. So I had that come in from a money manager actually called and had clients that wanted to liquidate their zeros and put it into gold. So he wanted to talk to me before he liquidated the zeros, zero coupon bonds. So anyway, hopefully if you have those, I've made you a substantial, just good decision to get out of them. Now let's get to the metals where everybody's writing. It's when you see a trend so clearly and you've been in something 46 years, I certainly understand when you sit and have a negative thought that gold or silver is going to go down because it's gone down. But what you got to remember is every time it goes to a new high, it's higher than the one before it. And we've seen it up to $50, and now with it back at $18.34. But just think right now, this year, in the year 2019, we're only 8 months through the year. The Dow's up 10%, and that's all you hear about. Silver's up 19.45% from January the 1st this year till today, and gold's up 1% more, 20.5% for the calendar year 2019. Both of them are over double what the stock market is, and if the Dow was to go up 20% in 9 months, it'd be in every newspaper in the world. But what I'm telling you is, this is the start of a huge bull market. And you've heard me say it before, going back to the year 2000, when silver was $3 and something and went to 48 over an 11-year period. This move started at 12.20, is now up to 18.50 nearly. And we're seeing it just the beginning because the people that drove it up between 2000 and 2011 were the people buying future contracts in gold and silver, people like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the big names that you hear. They were going long in the market for 11 years. Then in November of 11, they sold their physical gold and silver, went short in the futures market, and watched silver come from 48 all the way back down to 12, and gold come from 1800 something back down to 1,050, and now it's back over $1,530 an ounce. So it's about a 50% gain from the bottom. But now we're seeing these people go long. If you don't, just go every Friday and look at the commitment of traders, COT we call it, the COT, and you can see very few people are short in the market anymore. Everybody's going long. This is not, you've missed it. You have not missed anything. You can get in now and get in the fireworks because silver, in my opinion, is going way over 50 this time. I'm not going to pick out 300, 600, what some people are saying, but I'm going to say this: it's going to go way above 50 per ounce, and you're going to miss it because it's probably going to go to 1950 or 20 before the end of this year, which will give it over a 30% up this year. So there's still time to move into a portfolio precious metals, but you should be taking a bigger percentage into an allocating because Brexit's coming up this fall. I just got back from Ireland for 8 days, and just the euro could slaughter the dollar depending on what happens in Brexit and who settles what with what and what currency becomes a trade currency. But the euro could get more and more valuable, even though England has their own sturdiest pound, but it wouldn't be a good currency to stay in my opinion. So all this is going on, but what I can also say to you, if you don't have a precious metals IRA, we can help you get a custodian. We can be your broker, and your representative, but we can help you get a custodian. But that's another thing you need to do now because it takes a few days to roll it over and trade it. But if you'll give us a call at 800-247-2812, that's 800-247-2812, we can walk you through how to roll money out from a traditional IRA to a precious metals self-directed IRA. So that's something. And then a lot of you are buying U.S. gold again. We did great with it. We told you when to get out. It went way down compared to bullion. The premium went down. Now it's at low. It has started moving back up, but we're selling a lot of $20 gold pieces and $10 gold pieces that are pre-1933. We're happy to talk to you about that. We've had some tremendous deals come our way from wholesalers recently, and we can get in and help with that. And then all I got to say is, with an election year next year, gold and silver always do well. The incumbent president always keeps the economy as good as he can. Our debt is exploded. You can go to usdebtclock.org, usdebtclock.org, and look at the situation that we have in deficits in this country, and the national debt is exploded. And it's not going to be long before the dollar starts its long descent down, which I think it'll go back to 72 on the world market where it was back in 2000 before it went up to 126, and now it's all the way in the low 90s. So once that dollar, everything is pointing positive toward gold and silver. It should be a nice part of your portfolio. I'm not here to tell you what percentage to do, but whether it's 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30, we're hearing all kinds of different numbers from our clients as they move in to do that. But once again, if you have anything you want to discuss, you can reach me, Dan, at 800-247-2812. With this bi-weekly precious metals market update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.